The Trinity does not make sense. A lot of people say this, but while I do agree that it is pretty complex, if God were so simple that he could fit into our categories, he would not be God. So let's talk about what the Trinity actually is. So, what is the Trinity? In one single sentence, he is one God, so it's monotheism. He has one divine essence, so he's one divine being. He is eternally existing, meaning he has always existed in three distinct persons: the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now, this is the mystery, because normally we have one being and one person, but the Trinity is one being and three persons. So, here is what we need to accept: God is metaphysically unique. They share the same divine nature, yet remain personally distinct. They are fully God without divisions. Well, what does each person in the Trinity do? So first, God the Father, he is the unbegotten source and sender, meaning he is the eternal source and he does not come from anyone. He is the planner of all things, meaning he ordains and plans everything out from the creation to the cross, but all three work together in every divine work. He sends the Son to redeem humanity, he sends the Holy Spirit to make the redemption happen in believers. And then now we go to God the Son, which is Jesus Christ. He is eternally begotten of the Father, meaning he eternally comes from the Father, not as something created. So you can think of it like sun and light. They are they are always connected. He is fully God, so his blood is able to redeem humanity's sin, but he is also fully man, so he is able to enter our suffering and die for us. He reveals the Father because he is the visible expression of God. Because of this, he can be the sole mediator of man and God. And the Holy Spirit, he eternally proceeds or comes from the Father and sent by the Son. Though some traditions argue that he also proceeds from the Son. But if you're a theology nerd, you can get into that. But anyways, he dwells within believers. He is literally God with us. He convicts, he empowers, and he transforms believers. So all the work of salvation is brought to completion by him. Can we use analogies to explain the Trinity? Well, the better question is, do you think that limited human analogies can explain an eternal and unlimited God? Well, personally, no. It would be almost arrogant for us to do so, because God by concept should be complex, like he revealed himself, but we as limited beings only can understand the concept. We cannot fully comprehend it as limited beings. The Trinity isn't actually wild to think about. For example, we know that God is love, but love requires a lover, a beloved subject, and a connection between them. So if God was only one person, then before creation, who was he loving? I mean, some people could say maybe God loved himself. But the Bible describes love to be relational and interpersonal. So if he needed creation to have relational love, wouldn't that mean that love is not eternal? But the Trinity solves this naturally. The Father is the lover, the Son is the beloved, and the Holy Spirit is the communicator of love. And there are plenty of other arguments. I just personally like this one because it's all about love, and God is love. Here is the Trinity without bad analogies: one God, one divine essence, eternally existing in three distinct persons: the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, who fully share the same divine nature, yet they remain distinct without division. They work together in the salvation plan. The Father plans, the Son redeems, the Holy Spirit applies redemption, all in perfect unity. This is why we cannot put God into human analogies, because there's no human thing that can ever fully capture a heavenly God. Well, hopefully that clears it up, because the Trinity is a very complex concept. We need to accept that. A lot of people make books about it, like really big stacks of books just about the Trinity, and it's still a mystery. But this is why we need faith, because without faith, it is very hard to comprehend the subject. God bless.